Code Blue with Boma, Nigeria first, July 2026. Welcome to Code Blue with Boma, Nigeria's monthly ocean intelligence brief, produced by the Blue Economy Academy and broadcast on Blue Economy TV. I'm Boma Benson. In this July 2026 edition, we begin with the major developments shaping Nigeria's ocean economy. Under Blue Commerce, the Federal Executive Council has approved approximately 286 billion naira for maritime infrastructure, safety, and environmental projects. The package includes capital and maintenance dredging of the Escravos Channel, marine pollution control vessels, pilot cutters, and firefighting vessels. Why does this matter? It is one of the clearest recent attempts to move Nigeria's blue economy from policy declarations into physical maritime infrastructure. The real test will be transparent procurement, delivery timelines, and measurable improvements in navigational safety. Under Blue governance, the federal government is calling for stronger implementation of Nigeria's 10-year national policy on marine and blue economy. At a stakeholders' engagement in Lagos, the ministry called for greater participation by states, private investors, and development partners across shipping, ports, fisheries, tourism, inland waterways, and coastal development. The signal is clear. Nigeria's blue economy cannot be administered exclusively from Abuja. State and local institutions must become active implementation partners. Back to Blue Commerce. The Nigerian Shippers Council has reported more than 90.6 billion naira and $1.348 million in economic savings from its regulatory and dispute resolution interventions. The council says it prevented about 86 billion naira in unjustified demurrage payments and resolved disputes involving container deposits, detention charges, terminal charges, and payments above approved tariffs. Why does this matter? Port efficiency is not only about cranes and access roads. Unpredictable charges and unresolved commercial disputes also weaken Nigeria's competitiveness. Under Blue Cities, Lagos State has moved the Omi Eco water transport program into its project delivery phase. The program is designed to modernize terminals, introduce electric ferries, improve waterway connectivity, reduce travel time, and strengthen passenger safety. This is an important shift. Lagos is beginning to treat water transportation as serious metropolitan infrastructure rather than a marginal alternative to roads. Under Blue Capital, the European Investment Bank has confirmed 170 million euros in financing for Omi Eco, making it the project's largest funder. The investment connects Lagos water transportation to a wider sustainable urban mobility program and the strategic Abidjan-Lagos corridor. Omi Eco is therefore becoming more than a Lagos transport project. It is developing into a regionally significant blue infrastructure program. Under Blue governance, the National Inland Waterways Authority has announced plans to rehabilitate deteriorated jetties and progressively remove unsafe passenger boats from Nigeria's waterways. Nigeria cannot expand water transport while tolerating rickety vessels. Fleet renewal, operator certification, emergency response, and enforceable safety standards must advance together. NIWA has also opened discussions with the World Maritime University on waterways infrastructure, maritime education, and professional capacity development. This matters because Nigeria's inland waterways challenge is not only about boats and jetties. It is also a knowledge, planning, and workforce problem. Under Blue Power, Nigeria has reached its highest strict crude oil production level in 74 months. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission reported average crude oil and condensate production of approximately 1.735 million barrels per day in June. Crude production alone reached 1.56 million barrels per day. Offshore terminals, pipelines, export channels, and maritime security remain central to Nigeria's blue economy revenues. Sustaining this performance will depend on asset integrity, offshore investment, and the protection of evacuation infrastructure. Also under Blue Power, ExxonMobil and its partners have announced a planned $1 billion investment in the Usan infill project offshore Nigeria. The project is expected to add approximately 40,000 barrels of oil per day. The opportunity goes beyond crude production. It includes subsea engineering, vessel services, fabrication, marine logistics, and highly skilled technical employment. Under Blue Capital and Blue Bounty, the federal government has launched a $500 million investment fund targeting agriculture, aquaculture, palm oil, and marine resources in the Niger Delta. But marine resources must not become a decorative phrase. Specific fisheries and aquaculture projects must receive actual funding. Still under Blue Bounty, Dangote Industries has argued that investment across hatcheries, fish feed, aquaculture, processing, cold chain logistics, and export infrastructure could create more than 500,000 jobs. Nigeria's fish deficit should therefore be seen not only as a food security challenge, but also as an industrial opportunity involving feed mills, hatcheries, processing plants, refrigerated transport, packaging, research, and exports. Under Blue governance, the Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy has reaffirmed its maritime reform agenda. Its objectives include modernizing infrastructure, strengthening regulation, improving the ease of doing business, deepening local participation, and attracting investment into ports, shipping, fisheries, aquaculture, and coastal tourism. The reform agenda is broad. That is both its strength and its risk. Without published milestones, responsible institutions, and delivery dates, breadth can become vagueness. Under Blue Talent, NIMASA has issued a final notice concerning National Seafarers Development Program cadets who still require sea time training. Why does this matter? Cadet training without sea time produces qualifications without employability. Resolving the sea time bottleneck is essential to building a credible Nigerian seafaring workforce. Under Blue governance, the Nigerian Navy has deepened international security and technical cooperation with Spain and Egypt. The engagements covered operational interoperability, indigenous shipbuilding, depot maintenance, special forces capability, and ship design. Operation Delta Safe also intercepted 3 vessels carrying suspected stolen crude, valued at more than 4.2 billion naira in Calabar. Nigeria's maritime security strategy is increasingly combining enforcement, international cooperation, and local technical capacity. Finally, under Blue climate, Ayatoro in Ondo State remains in existential danger from severe coastal erosion. Sea encroachment has destroyed homes, schools, churches, and livelihoods. Coastal resilience is not an environmental side issue. It is a human security, heritage, infrastructure, and economic survival issue. Nigeria still requires a coordinated and adequately funded national coastal protection program. The major signal from July is that Nigeria's blue economy is gathering momentum, but the country is now entering an implementation test. Infrastructure approvals must become completed projects. Policies must become measurable outcomes. Investments must create jobs and productive capacity, and blue economy ambition must also protect the communities already living at the edge of the sea. I'm Boma Benson. This has been Code Blue with Boma, Nigeria's monthly ocean intelligence brief, produced by the Blue Economy Academy and broadcast on Blue Economy TV, Prosper by Water.